Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video. I'm Drew Wilson from FreezeNet. Today we are going to be playing something a fair bit different. Today we are playing the game Need for Speed Hot Pursuit from 2010. So I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's get straight to it. So today we are definitely playing something a lot different. You've been seeing a lot of first-person shooter games and maybe the odd puzzle game, but this is the first racing game for this channel. I played a lot of racing games in the past, a lot of those simulation games, and I played a lot of arcade games, and interestingly enough, even the Need for Speed series has gotten a lot of variety in this. And one thing I noticed about Need for Speed, because I've actually played from the very beginning all the way up to Pro Street up to now. So yeah, the original Road and Track presents the Need for Speed. That's a long time ago, and I played it on the PlayStation, and it was different. But a lot of those early games were they were definitely arcade style, where you just hit a left-hand turn, you hit left, you hit a right-hand turn, you hit right, and it's just there's not much more than that. And but that didn't take much, and I apparently got a silver. Okay. So, adding a little bit of that. Cool. So, anyway, the earlier games, this is going to do a nice long intro, is later games had much more simulation feel to it, where you had to kind of focus on, okay, where my car's position going into a turn, and where's the apex of the turn, what's my exit speed, how hard should I hit the turn, that sort of thing. It's like just a regular turn becomes a puzzle in of itself. So one of the things I was trying to determine in this game so far is which way does it lean. But we'll keep that in mind. This is actually an interesting screen because it shows in this game you have two different modes. You have the regular racing mode, and you also have a cup mode. Today we're going to just go ahead and just do the regular racing, just kind of be more in line with the other Need for Speed games for now. So that's two. Big timer. He's doesn't really say a difference for much. Sure. And it has different events too. Cool. Actually, that gives me a hint because I don't think I've ever done any of these yet. Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, and of course you have these different cars you can play as. Depends on the event too. There's different. A lot of these are locked, it seems, or unavailable in the event. So I guess that's the only choice I have. And apparently you have to constantly reselect which color you want too. Fun. I'm not sure why you'd have to constantly re-change that, but oh well. Minor thing. Oh, there's only gold and silver this time. Oh, because it's dual. That makes sense. Anyway, I was trying to determine if this is more simulation style racing or if it's more arcade style racing. And so far, this is looking like a mixture of both. Yeah, so I kind of learned a little bit that, it's nitro is left shift. Not just any shift, but left shift. Well, that's a pretty good drift. That was technically a shortcut. Yeah, so I'm getting used to the controls a little bit here, and the mapping. Mapping kind of reminds me of Beetle Adventure Racing. They sort of had that going for it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I've played my share of racing games in the past. The more simulation style is your, so far for me, is the Gran Turismos. Like I played Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, if you want to be finicky about the title. So yeah, you're really trying to focus on your strategy of hitting different corners, and is it a hairpin turn, that sort of thing. Right, let's see if I can handle a little bit of, there we go. Yeah, that's a Ridge Racer style thing there, where you block your racers from passing. Yeah, sharp turn. Yeah, another thing I noticed too is that when you have cops on the map, the music actually doesn't play, which I thought was interesting so far. So, yeah, and yeah, I'm a little bit further ahead. I'm not actually starting at the very beginning. There's actually a reason for that. I actually recorded my very first ones, and silly me, the whole time I had my product key up. That's not cool. So I had to actually scrap that one and do this video instead, unfortunately. Yeah, still learning things. These are all new games to me. There was a shortcut somewhere around in there. Yeah, another thing too with some games is they have elastic opponents, and what that means is as you get further ahead, your opponents will actually drive faster and kind of keep caught up. And the idea is that you have a constant competition, so you're not like really bored with the racing necessarily. There we go. Hey, I got gold this time. Cool. Guess it makes sense. If you beat your opponent, you get gold, right? Yeah. A new reward. Yeah, so let this intro go. And a good example of elastic opponents is Super Mario Kart. There's a lot of those that have ridiculous like elastic opponents. Like you don't get very far ahead of your opponents no matter how good you drive. But and some people might think, well, that's kind of not that great. But then there's the other side of the coin too. I played Pro Street, and they did not have elastic opponents, and there were plenty of races where you were just sitting there almost lapping your opponents, and it's actually possible to get really bored of that too. So there are actually from Hot Pursuit 2. Can we skip this at all? Ooh, unskippable videos. All right. So there's different arguments for both styles. Really depends on what you like in the game. Do you like the constant challenge, or do you want to really show how far ahead you can get? Both have merit, really. So we get to see this. Top speed 165, 0 to 62, 5 seconds. So this one has a little bit more acceleration. This one has more high speed. Oh, there's more of these. 166. 6649. You know, we'll try that next. Why not? Of course, my colors at the very end. And there's no mouse either. Fun. Oh, well. No game's perfect. Well, almost no game is perfect, so you're going to find stuff sooner or later. Slipstream. All this reminds me of a lot of the Burnout games, too. There's a lot of styles going on for it. Oh, I guess that's it. Let's see if I can skip this intro here. Come on, there we go. Alright, well I guess that's it for our first impression video. So if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe and get more stuff from me. Also, feel free to drop us a like if you like what you see as well. Every little bit helps. Any kind of support we get really helps us produce these videos. So I guess that's it for now. So until next time, keep it cool.